Hi everyone. In order to develop ourselves to have luck, better relationship, better decision making, better heart and soul, to have more creativity, success and prosperity, we can develop ourselves through four levels of consciousness. The first level is everything happened to me. The second level is everything happened by me. The third level is everything happened through me. The third level is everything happened as me. In this video, I'm gonna talk about the second level. Everything happened by me, or everything happened for me. This level is very important because it is the starting point of every good. Luck open for you in this level. Because in this level you awake that you can choose the result you want. You can choose the world you want to live in. In level 1, when you reflect the past relationship or experience, you have pain. And when you have pain, you're angry, you're upset, you blame others. You blame your parents, friends, government leaders, education system, mindset of others. You blame the year sign. You blame the circumstances or the situations. And in that level 1, you don't have luck because you're busy blaming or angry. In level 2, you do differently. When you reflect the past experience or relationships, you have pain, but you convert pain as a motivation to push you to try harder, to do something differently, to have a different result. In level 2, you realize that you are not limited by your ego. You are not limited by your circumstances, situation. You are not limited by the year sign, the culture. You start to take responsibility that the situation you are living right now is what you choose and you can do differently. You start to question the status quo, why you keep having the same results or living in the same circumstance. When you are sick and tired of the same result or get bored of it, the result that you don't want, and then you start to look for answers or look to do something else different. When you want different result, want different circumstance, then you learn the law of success and the law of attraction. You learn to set goal. You learn to find your values, your mission, your vision, your life purpose. You learn to improve your speech, to have the right speech. You learn to ask empowering questions. You learn affirmation. You learn to create the best case scenario. On this level, you think what has happened, relationship or experience, it happened for you. It happened for you to emerge you to be someone, not come to punish you, to be a victim, but it happened for you to understand something. It happened as a lesson to emerge you as a more compassionate person, a more understanding person, a more forgiving person, It makes you wiser or to have more wisdom. In this stage too, we awake that we can choose the results. For example, there's one book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. This is a very popular book because it has awakened millions of people to realize the second level, that we can get out of the old habit or the status quo, which we go to school, get a good grade, after graduate, get a good job. We can do differently. We can learn from the street. We can learn leadership from military. We can learn the idea rules to be rich from Rich Dad. And after we have all the experience or graduate, we don't need to get a job from the company or others. We can create our own company, be an entrepreneur, or we can open a shop, a store, a business so that you can hire people. We don't need to be a worker. For my experience, after reading that book, I start to realize that I don't need to be an employee. An employee. I can choose to be my own boss. I can create my own company. So when we start to take responsibility, when we realize that we can choose who we want to be or what we want, we start to ask empowering questions. This question is not the same as the question we ask ourselves in level 1. In level 1, when we are victim, we're angry, the question we ask, like, who to blame? Why it happened to me? Why me? What's went wrong? When we ask this kind of question, in the law of attraction, you will attract all negative things. You will see things in negativity. This will not bring you luck. In level 2, you ask empowering question instead. You will ask, like, what is trying to emerge you? What can I share? When you ask what can I share, you look what you have, what kind of knowledge you have, what kind of ideas you have, what kind of things you have, so that you can share to others. When you can share to others, people will like you more. You will feel more abundance. When you figure out what you have, you start to appreciate what you have. This is you feel luck. When you share with others, you have better relationship. You ask, what can I serve? So when you serve others, this also bring you good relationship. What gift do you have? You start to ask, what kind of talent you have? When you ask what kind of talent you have, you start to look for your talents. What do you have inside? So that you can develop yourself to be better. You ask what your mission, your vision, what is your life purpose? These are very powerful questions that can improve you or prepare you for the future. When you find your mission, your life purpose, your vision, it's like prepare yourself for the future, for the opportunity in the future. So when you prepare yourself with opportunity, it becomes luck. Also, you learn affirmation. In this level 2, you learn to build up confidence through affirmation. In level 1, you blame yourself. You think you're not good enough. You don't like others because they make you angry. But in this level, you start to tell yourself differently. You tell yourself that you are good enough. You like yourself. You tell yourself you can do it. You are lucky. You are worthy. You have good relationship. You can make better decision. You have intelligence. You are respected. You are loved. You can go to the dream place you want. You have enough money. But by telling you these kind of statements, you improve your mind, your heart, and your soul. You become a more confident person. This is you telling yourself about all positive things. You learn how to create the best case scenario. You imagine in the future that what is best for you. You dream that you're having a nice home or a business that you want to build. You are surrounded by the friends you want to be surrounded. Or you imagine in the future you have a party with a lot of food and drink, a lot of families and friends that love you or like you, or with around the people that you want to be surrounded by, on the table with a lot of meals and drink. You cheer, you happy. This imagination bring you happiness, bring you joy. But in level 1 is different. In level 1 you create the worst case scenario. You think of negativity. You imagine that you're angry. You might have a fight with someone. You might shout to someone. This worst case scenario bring you negativity, make you unhappy, make your heart, your soul worse. Because if it happen, it will bring you bad relationship, which is bad luck. In addition, after you finding your mission, your vision or life purpose, you start to learn to have the right speech. When you speak with your friends or with other people, you speak about your mission, your vision, your life purpose. You speak statement, or you have conversation that is in alignment to the mission, the vision, and the life purpose. When you speak like this, it builds you up the confidence. It builds your future. It make you have a better relationship, because when you talk about this, it's better to talk about someone else. Talk bad about someone else, because when we talk bad about someone else, it doesn't bring us anything. It doesn't give us intelligence. It just make other people don't like it, and you waste your time. So level 2 is very important, because you start to have luck. When you want to choose the result you want, when you want to choose the world you want to live in, you will coincidentally meet the people that you want to be associated. You will coincidentally read the books, or someone else introduce you the books that you should read. For me personally, when I sick and tired of the same result that I get every day, I start to meet different people, and they share their ideas for me to have better success. I start to read different books. I learn the law of success. That if I want to be successful, I need to help others to be successful. If I want to get, I have to give. This is called a reciprocity law. If I want something good in my life, I learned the law of attraction. I must think of good things or do good things. So level 2 is very important. In summary, we learn to question the status quo. We learn to take responsibility. We know that we are not limited by our circumstances, by year sign, by culture, religion, or education. We learn the right speech. We learn to talk about the mission, the vision, life purpose. We learn to ask empowering questions. We learn affirmation. We learn to create the best case scenario. So when we learn these things or look for the answers, we start to feel that luck is coming. We start to feel that we are building better relationship. We start to make better decisions. Our heart and soul is improved. We start to have more creativity. And then this will bring us prosperity. In order to develop ourselves to level 3, which is everything happened through me, we need to learn to surrender within life. To surrender within life doesn't mean we put up a white flag and stop and give up what we are doing. It doesn't mean like that. To surrender within life means to let go of things that no longer serve you. To let go of your wrong belief, the belief that doesn't serve you. Your belief that are not true. To let go your unhealthy ego. To let go of the junk food that you eat. To let go mean also mean when you learn how to surrender to life, you know when to act and when not to act. It means that you know when you let the nature do itself or heal itself. You know that in a relationship, sometimes we don't need to push too hard, or in business, we don't need to do it in a hurry. When in level 2, when we learn the law of attraction or the law of success, it will push us very hard with the pain that we develop. It will push us to go in a rush or to go shortcut. This doesn't work. Too much rush or shortcut to open your own business when you're not ready. Develop your hard skill and soft skill without experience or guidance. This is very risky. It can make your business fail. So when you fail by experiencing it without learning it or without guiding, it might take you another 5 years or 10 years. And so we have to understand when to act and when not to act. This is called the art of surrender within life. Relationship is the same thing. When we push too hard or put too much control on the relationship, it will not be good. For example, maybe you keep calling your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your wife or husband all the time by asking him where he is or she is. When it's too much pressure on the relationships, this doesn't good. So we have to learn to let it be, learn to let it go sometimes. Also, we learn to level 3, we learn to trust. We learn to trust others so that For example, we can learn to trust employees so we can stay home. We can have freedom to go somewhere else. In order to go to level 3, also we learn to connect to higher power. The higher power is like your intuition, your sixth sense, your gut feeling. You learn your intuitions, your feeling that it's like a clue from the universe that let you know about something so that you can decide correctly. So we have to learn to connect with that higher power. And also we learn to structure our life in order to have freedom. To structure our life is like to structure the company, or vice versa. To structure the company is when the company is stably structured. It means the boss or the CEO can go somewhere else. You can fly to different countries without staying at the company or at the business. For example, the human resource department has a person who is responsible for that department. At the accounting department, someone else responsible for that department. At the research and development, someone else responsible for that. So in every department in the company, there's someone responsible for it, so that the CEO or the boss doesn't need to stay there to operate or to look over everything. So when that company is structured well, it means the boss or the manager or the CEO has the freedom to do something else. It is the same thing as to structure your life. It's mean in order to have freedom. We learn to so we have to structure our ego. So when the ego is not healthy, it's not good for us to work with others. We have to structure our relationships. We have to learn to bring happiness to relationship, not to demand from relationship. We learn to structure our belief. The belief that is true, the belief that serve us to be a better person, to be successful. We learn to structure the livelihood. We learn what we like to do, where we like to go. We learn about spiritual. To structure spiritual, that we bring the love to relationship, not demand love from relationship. We learn to structure financial. We start to understand that money is flowing, it circulates. So it must be in and out. And when the money go in, we appreciate it. When the money go out, we also appreciate it. We learn to structure our body temple. We learn to be healthy. And then we learn to structure the community. It means also we learn to serve others, to make our community better. So learn to surrender within life. Learn to let go. We learn to structure. We learn to connect with the higher power. And សូមអរគុណបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាសូមឲ្យមានសំណាង